So let's
I
have a little check-in. How are you both today? How's Christmas, New Year? Have you got through it? How are you?
got through it. There.
I got through it, yeah.
I got through it. I had a lovely time. I enjoyed myself, and there was no snow and ice to worry about, and it was all very pleasant. And there was
No.
no drama or trauma anywhere, which is amazing. Just peace.
I had trauma in my knee. That's the only place that I
What
had
was that?
Ah,
trauma.
Pardon?
Had trauma in my knee.
Oh, yes, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. Just sitting down too long sees up.
Oh my goodness.
It's getting better. He's kind of getting there now, but I don't want to do
Yeah.
anything.
how long were you sitting down for?
Well, we were sitting down in the restaurant for 4 hours. I did get up a couple of times because I know that I can't sit down that long. But then we started playing a game. Yeah, we was there too long. They took about an hour and a half to get our starters, and then they
Oh,
took a couple of hours in between the starters and the main, which wasn't great. They run out
No.
of butter,
no.
which yeah, it was bad really for all
Which
that money
restaurant
we
was this?
spent.
Where was it?
Meadow Lark.
Where's that?
It's
Oh,
in Shoebury. It's in
yeah.
Shoebury. It's
Near Asda.
yeah, it's near Asda.
Was there a
Yeah.
lot of people there?
Yeah, the whole it was full and we were the biggest table. We were a table of 12. So they
That's
might
not
have
that unreasonable, 12. It's not like 30 people. 12's not that
no,
not really, is it?
not really that unreasonable. But yeah, then they ran out of butter, which wasn't good really. I had pate, but I just ate it with no butter. My son really was angry. He was
What's that
like
about?
angry about the butter. And then they were taking butter to a different like other tables and he was really angry. And that he made a complaint to Marsden, the actual people that run it, because
Hmm.
we were paying
Yeah.
75 quid a head.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
So
lot of money, isn't it? For no
it
butter.
is. Yeah, for no butter. And then they took it. And when he asked why are they getting butter, it made me laugh really. They said, "Oh, we've sent out for more butter." So
The hell? Couldn't they have said to you, we're going to send out for more butter? Do you want to wait? Or do you want to have the
yeah,
butterless
they
food
could
now?
Yeah.
Or do you want to wait?
they,
Absolutely.
they could have said they could have just let
We're
us
going
know.
down the road. Someone's going home to get their butter out the fridge. Do you want to wait 5 minutes?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, yeah. Someone probably did go and get the butter out their fridge, a regular or something. Yeah.
Oh, what a shame. Do you know what I was thinking before we started? I was thinking I was going to ask you, what have you learned about yourself? Has anything happened? Have you had any interactions where you've learned something about yourself? So while you were sitting there with this butter thing going on, were you thinking, Kay, about how you were reacting or responding to the Buttergate?
Not really. I just set my pate with no butter and just put up with it. But
Oh, I couldn't. 75 quid had to be said, excuse me, I can't eat this without butter.
well, they'd run out. What can you do? Like I'm like, oh, what can you do?
Yeah.
But then I didn't really get angry. And then it was my idea to play this little card game I've got. Wake Up and Win. It's on Heart breakfast show every morning, and now they've made a card game of it. And it's just like you pick a letter, you spin a wheel, get a letter, and then you get 10 categories of that letter, and you have to say they say to like a dog breed, and the letter is M. What would be it? What would
Malinois.
be
A
yeah?
Malinois without the Belgian in front of it.
Something you find in an office. Something you find in. So I
Nice.
love it. I listen every day
Oh,
on it
really? They've
on the
probably got an
radio.
app for that as well. They've probably got an app.
They probably have, but I've got this little card. So we were playing the card game
Oh,
and
lovely.
took our minds off it, really, off of waiting for the food.
Yeah.
So I'm just a non-complainer, probably.
I am.
Non-complainer. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Mm.
I guess I'm like most things won't faze me, but when
Mm.
it does, probably then I'm like, whoa.
I'm
But
like that.
yeah, yeah. So
I'm like
then I
that.
get really annoyed.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? Yeah. And it's learning that self-awareness, isn't it? Being aware of what you're doing. See,
Yeah,
for me, I can let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. And then I think about it before I do it and I ask myself, is this worth complaining about? And then
Yeah.
I've learned this though. This is not, I used to be
Yeah.
like, if there was no butter, I would be vocal about that and be letting them know exactly what I thought about them not having any butter. Whereas now, I would just politely ask if there's a solution to this and can we talk about it. I would do it calmly and
Yeah.
moderately, but it is something that I've learned and I've recognised, hold on, I'm being riled up here. What's going on? I'm being riled up because they've dished us up. We've paid 75 quid for something,
Yeah.
and it's that, it's recognising why you're annoyed about it, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, because sometimes you can be annoyed and really it's not justified. But so that's, I suppose, if you're conscious and of thinking it through, you think, right, is this justified? And then you go ahead, or no, it's not, let it go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and why am I annoyed? As in, okay, I'm feeling as if I'm being treated unfairly. I'm being treated worse than the table next to me. I'm being ignored. I'm being invalidated. No one cares that I haven't got any butter, right? And then all those thoughts are triggered from a
Yeah.
victim mentality. They have to stop. No, hold on. I'm a reasonable adult. I can deal with this. I can
Yeah.
solve this. I can either be really peaceful and calm and non-complaining, or I
Mm.
can go and deal with it calmly.
See, Luke was angry. He did go and ask at the bar, like, where can we have butter? No, you can't have butter. And then he went up again. Why have they got butter? And then he made a formal complaint on, like, emailed the actual
Fair
people
enough.
that run the thing,
Yeah, and that's what.
and made a formal complaint. But I could see he wasn't happy, and
No.
I was just like, oh well, like, what can you do? I haven't got
Yeah.
any.
Let it go. This is what they're
Yeah.
doing. Yeah. And that's the face of helplessness, isn't it? What can you do?
Hmm.
But you shouldn't have been having to put up with that, particularly since the other table have got butter. And that's
Well,
Yeah,
been a
yeah,
miscommunication
and
there with
it's
them.
something easy to resolve. It's not like, I don't know, you ran out of meat and butter is,
yeah. Well, it was Christmas Day as well. So, I mean,
Yeah.
no shops were open, are they?
No,
They
mm,
couldn't run
no.
over but they probably
Petrol
did get
station,
someone to go home and get their
their
butter.
butter. Yeah. And the petrol station round the corner, that someone could have driven
Oh,
around
yeah.
there in 5 minutes. They could have done. That would have
Yeah,
had butter probably.
yeah.
But we're full of solutions here because we haven't got a kitchen full of turkey bubbling and roast potatoes on the go, and they're all panicking about getting the food
yeah,
out.
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes you don't think in the moment.
On,
yeah,
yeah. What did I learn? I've learned, or I've noticed, interaction of people, and this is must be on me, right? And I'm thinking about shadow work here with Carl Jung, because I know this wasn't on our list of things we were going to talk about, but this is like
yeah.
very Jungian, isn't it? To see, oh, hold on, but something going on over there. Why is it bothering me? What's in my shadow that I haven't dealt with? So I've noticed, and this is, it sounds horrible, this, because it's Christmas and it's a time for giving and sharing, and you're supposed to be generous, right? But I've noticed
Mm.
people taking advantage or taking too much money or taking too many coffees or take it without paying you back, without giving you one back. And I'm not a person who adds things up and thinks, oh, okay, I've paid for the last six. Isn't it time for you to have one, right? I'm not, I don't, not like that. But for some reason, this Christmas, I've noticed that happening with workmen, particularly, like because they get paid by the hour and then suddenly they've got an extra, time. What? Oh, you went off, what lunch you've had? Okay, it's still
Finished at
paying, they're on the
3.
clock, right? Still
Yeah.
paying. And I've started noticing that. So I think, okay, so what's in my shadow about me that I'm not aware of? Do I do that to other people? Do I take advantage of people, like give me lifts and I don't stop to think, do they want petrol money or, and is this a money thing that I'm bothered about being taken advantage of financially? And what have I got going on about that subject?
I think financial concerns, any concern with financial, is quite emotional. Like if you haven't got enough money or if you think someone's been unfair with money. Um, to be honest, when you were saying that, Tamsin, I I thought, oh yeah, I took loads of Christmas cards off people and little gifts, like lovely little gifts. Someone made a knitted little stocking and put a couple of sweets or something in it. So that was lovely. She'd done it herself.
Mm.
And I didn't really give anything back. But then I did share a whole table full of coffees. Like we went to the New Year's Day
The
dipping,
dip
like
in the
in
cold sea.
yeah, and we
Oh,
had to wait half an hour before we could. jump in the sea. I didn't
Oh,
go because of my
Oh,
knee. I was meant to go, but I just went down. But I did buy everyone a coffee, and I was like, oh well, yeah. I don't perhaps think about getting little presents, but in the moment, I'll just say, who wants
yeah,
coffee?
yeah.
Um, so
lovely.
I feel like I do. But I was like thinking about, oh yeah, I did think I don't give cards back very much, but it's because I can't be bothered with them. I
No.
can't.
I
Mm.
didn't this year. Um, and we, d- I think a lot of people are thinking the same
Yeah.
because I also didn't have a mountain of cards to put up. Um, but those I did get, I mean, it's lazy, I suppose. But now you get the gifts, haven't you, on your phone and send someone a
Oh yeah.
Merry Christmas gift
Yeah.
or, um,
An e-card. Yeah, so
mm,
that's
yeah.
this Christmas. Can
Um,
you think of any interactions or actions that have happened where you've noticed yourself reeling in what you think and feel because you're processing and learning from it?
I would say there's a couple of times where I should have
Okay.
reeled in,
Right.
um, but there's also been times where, yeah, I've not learnt anything particularly this Christmas, but because I've learnt things as I've gone along over the last couple of years, I've put some of that into place this Christmas, and that helped.
What sort of things, Sharon, are you able to share without being too specific to the person?
Just about the way I am. Do you know what I find really helpful? And it sounds so ew, but I really find eye statements help. Um, I feel this rather than the amount of people that still don't understand you, you say, oh, when you make me so mad. Well, no one makes you mad. You feel mad maybe when they do that. I've spent a lot of time and trying to just listen, not fix. That's hard because you do want to jump in and fix, don't you? Snap. Oh, well, you should do this. You should do that. Well, that doesn't help. Doesn't help anyone. Um, but if you can just listen, so I've tried to listen a bit more, but phew,
It's
Yeah.
that, isn't it? It's recognizing that you spot these things going on, and every year that gets worse or bigger, and then you have to ask yourself, what am I doing again? And it's that time of year. It's that Christmas, New Year sort of review of, well, how have I been this year? Like, is that just me? I think that's probably quite a natural thing for people to do when they get to New Year. This idea of having a sort of year review of what's my year been like? What am I doing? How am I being? Where do I want to go next year?
do you know, I listened to, I don't know if it was a podcast or a book, but basically saying what you just said, because I don't think most of us do. I think it's unusual thing. And this was saying like, I don't know, what we all do every year is, oh, this year I'm going to, whether it be stop smoking if you're a smoker, do this, do that, whatever the thing. Um, but we don't look actually at the past year. And this podcaster was saying, look at your past year. Do you want to change anything? Do you want to improve anything? And let that set what you decide to do for the next year, as opposed to just randomly, I'm going to get fitter or whatever.
So measuring your next year's progress against your last year's
Yeah.
development.
Yeah, which sounds like you do naturally a little.
Yeah, I think probably do. Yeah. What about you, Kay? Do you do New Year's review?
Not really resolutions. I always try and be healthy, like eat healthily, do a bit of exercise, do
But you
things.
don't think, oh, new year, I'm going
No.
to. Nah. No,
Yeah.
I personally don't either, but it's certainly if you are going to, I think you're right to Tamsin to reflect on what you
Yeah.
were to go forward. Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it? How we all see New Year differently. That end of a year, end of a calendar year.
For me, now maybe it's age because when I was younger, it was different, I guess. But it was the end of a year. Now I should think, well, okay, one day was Wednesday, one day was Thursday. Um,
So the thing we were going to talk about, apart from New Year's resolutions, also is this idea of relapse over the holidays, because people will be suffering now, thinking that they've relapsed. Have we got any words of wisdom?
I just feel like don't let yourself feel guilty about it. Just draw a line and carry on. Draw a line. Okay, that was a bit of a slip or it was a backward step. Let's move forward now. Let's draw a line under that. We can't do anything about it and get back on the wagon, really.
Okay, so this idea of feeling guilty, do some people, if they relapse, they then feel really twice as bad because they feel bad already, that they've
Mm.
let other people down or they've let themselves down, and then they're hard again on themselves to the point where they think I'm going to have another drink, or is that what happens?
Yeah, because that guilt is a killer really for an addict. There's always like I feel like if you've got an addiction and every time you use your drug of choice or behavior choice, you'll get some remorse that oh, I've done that. I didn't want to do that. Done it again. But then if you've had some like abstinence clean time, it's like, oh no, I really didn't want to do that and I've done it again. And I mean that's all right. If you look at the cycle of change, relapse and lapse is in the cycle of change. It's all part of it. It's you'll learn something from it. What have I learned from it? I don't sit around people that are drinking or don't have drink in the house or delete the phone numbers or bar
yeah.
myself from the apps that I use. Yeah, what have I learned from it is a good thing because then you can go, all right, I've learned that. I won't do that again. It's part of my journey. Rather than sitting in the guilt and shame and then having to use again because you feel guilt and shame.
Well, I just picked up on something Kay said there, and I really liked it. And I think anyone, whether it be dieting, whether it be giving up self-harm, any
Yeah.
type of addiction, and it is the cycle of change. You will relapse, or 95% will. And that's okay. It's learn, like you say, what you learn from that, what didn't work that made you go back to that habit. And if you can almost plan for what you might do next time rather than go, oh, I've not done this for 5 years and now I've failed, I may as well go back to it. If you can plan and say, right, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to then write down or note what I've learnt from this and what I shouldn't do in future, and then get back on the steps and take
And
one step at a time.
yeah, and it might just be complacency. Like you, okay, I've been sober or been on this diet for a long time, and I am going to go to the New Year's Eve party this year, and I will stay till the end. It's like you could go and then escape early. I say escape early when everyone starts to get drunk, but then you can't. Oh, that was complacency. I thought I could because I have all this clean time and I'm settled in my recovery and I'm happy with it. So I put myself in a risky place.
Years ago, when I gave up smoking, and it was a long time ago, but I did that more than once, I thought, I'm okay now. I can handle this. No, I couldn't. um, but I
Yeah.
learned what I could do and what I couldn't do.
And there's a feeling within inside you, isn't there, that sort of you can put yourself in that space and that place of non-drinking, non-smoking, non-drug user. That's the feeling. And then there's another feeling that says, yeah, well, I can do that. So it's recognizing those two states and how to stay as much as you can in the state
Yeah,
that says, I want to be this person. Because it is definitely another state, isn't it? When you just allow yourself to do the thing that you mistakenly believe that you can handle.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like the two heads, isn't it? It's like the ambivalence and um the addict head, like getting a bit louder. The more you don't use, the quieter it's gonna get, but
mm,
sometimes it gets a bit louder. And that I just wanted to say, Sharon, there, that doing the like, oh, I think I can just have the odd cigarette, and it'll be all right. Doing it once is okay and learning from it. And then if you do it again, it's the definition of insanity, isn't it? Doing the same thing and
yes.
expecting
And
different
I did
results.
do it more than once as well.
Yeah,
So,
well, yeah. It took you a while to learn. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Abs. And that, even that, if people can observe that and think, do you know what? Other people do it. Other people who you think, oh, Kay gave up alcohol a long time ago, but oh, I wish I could be like her. But they haven't seen or aren't aware of the battle and the relapses that maybe you had on the way. Um, and that's what people need to perhaps notice, that other people are in the place they want to be, but they had the same journey first, the
Yeah.
argumentative with themselves journey.
It is, I think it is a journey, and a lot of people say to me, "Oh, I've been to rehab twice, I've
Mm.
been counselling, but none of it's wasted. It's
No,
like it's just part of your journey. Like you might have been to rehab however many times, and
mm,
then you get it in a private counselling session, and you're able to maintain your sobriety from there.
yeah.
But none of it all goes in, it all helps really, and it's just part of the
Two
journey.
things is the idea of shame. When people feel shame, have we got any words of help to help people get out of that shameful space?
Well, the guilt and shame, because I always think the guilt is I've done a bad thing, and the shame is I am a bad person. So the shame is like heavier, really. The guilt and the shame really is like I've done a bad thing, but I don't do it anymore. It's like, and I and however long you've had that, maintained that, I've maintained that for a month now, and I've not done it for a whole month. So I can let go of that guilt. I've learned from it. I'm not doing it now. And the shame, I feel like that's a bit deeper. You need to like be there for yourself. A lot of addicts are not, are they? I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but you need to be there for yourself, that you do accept all of yourself and even the bad parts of yourself, even the addict part of yourself, because it is you, and just accept it and nurture it and look after it, really.
And to be able to think, this is a condition that I'm struggling with. This is a condition that I've got. It's not who I am as a person. If I had a best friend here and they were looking at me and saying, how are you doing? Do you need to feel shame about this? You don't need to feel the shame. So can you let it go? Can I put the shame down? It's okay not to take that personally and to keep working on that, because you can say it 10,000 times and still not believe it. But just to keep reminding yourself, if I had a best friend, what would they say to me? What would be your own best friend? That's what you're saying, isn't it? You're being
Yeah,
yourself, that you've got to grow that person. You've got to learn what that person looks and sounds like if you haven't got that person.
Yeah,
definitely. Just what would you say to a friend? That's a really
yeah.
good way of putting it, because you wouldn't say to a friend, "Oh, that like you're really bad. You're such a bad person. You keep doing
Failed.
this same thing again." You wouldn't say that to a friend.
No, you would say, oh, it's okay. Yeah, you feel terrible today, but this feeling will go. If you can just let it go for today, tomorrow everything will feel better. Just take it one day at a time. And this time next week, this will be a dim and distant memory and it'll be in the past. Keep going.
and actually act as if you are already good enough. Like, act as if, really, as if I was good enough. How would I act differently?
Right.
Um, so
Yeah.
I would maybe not do that same behavior, and I might feel better about myself, and I might connect more with
Yeah.
people.
And to ask yourself, what was the underlying feeling that led you to take the drink in the first place?
Yeah, yeah,
And going back to human beings, we tend to compare, don't we? That's what we do. They're better than us because. So that going back to what we just said, okay, I feel shame. I shouldn't have done that. Kay's much better than me because she hasn't. But actually, then go, right, what did she go through to get to where she is now? She might have had the same feelings that I've had.
So also I had this thought about the rock bottom idea because someone said to me today, a person they can't get help until they've been to rock bottom. Now personally I don't believe that.
I had lots of rock bottoms, lots of them. And I wasn't particularly at a rock bottom when I did get it, when I did get clean. I wasn't particularly at a rock bottom. And I think sometimes at a rock bottom, you can think that is the only thing I've got now. So I'm going to hold on to that
Oh,
because I haven't got anything else. I've lost it all. So
yeah,
I'm not going to lose this because this is making me feel better about myself, about my situation. At least I've got my drink and drugs and
yeah,
I can feel better for a
yeah,
short time. I feel like, yeah, it doesn't have to be a rock bottom. I don't think it has to be a rock bottom. And you can have lots. It's not like you have one rock bottom and then you
yeah.
can get clean. It's like there's lots of them.
Exactly. So then it's not the rock bottom, is it? If you're going to go and do another rock
No,
bottom, that's
no,
not
No,
the
that's
first
true.
one's not the rock bottom then. But
no,
also, if you're
no.
lapsing and then you're relapsing and then your recovery, is that your rock bottom, even though you didn't go back down as far as you did the first time? And that is the sort of pattern that happens, isn't it, as well? People improve every
Yeah,
time they re recover. Some people get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and then stop. And some people get a little bit
Exactly.
better each time and they
yeah,
recover slowly. I mean,
yeah.
Different, aren't they?
That you can recover, like get your life together again, and then you can have a bit of a like a lapse or relapse, and that might go on for a while. It did for me. It still went on for a while, but I didn't get back to the other rock bottoms. I think you should never keep someone from a rock bottom. Let them get there. Don't be the safety net that goes like if you're a mum or a wife or someone that cares for an addict, don't say, no, it's all right, I'll look after you, whatever happens. Keep your boundaries, keep yourself safe, and let them get to a rock bottom because you can't stop them getting like it's not fair to them and it's not fair to anyone else really to keep someone from a rock bottom. Like if that's where they're heading, that's
so
where they're
if
heading.
you leave and let them get on with it, then you're one of the other things they've lost. While you're
Yeah.
hanging around helping, they haven't lost you either.
No, and also that it's kind of enabling them. You get parents paying off debts, drug debts and stuff like that because everyone's at risk and like, yeah, it's not safe. So, but distance yourself, put your boundaries in, keep yourself safe, let them get to the rock bottom, and then they might think, I've had enough. I don't want it to be like this anymore.
No,
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Especially for parents looking at their children.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. And you're right, it's enabling, but where does a parent draw the line and say no? Because the love is always there, but then you're not helping by helping. If you, oh, yeah.
Either way, you've got to
Yeah.
watch your children suffer.
Mm,
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
mm.
So I would say whatever boundaries you can put in, make sure you can maintain them. Don't say, don't ever come to my house again. But you could say, don't come when you're out of your head
Oh,
or drunk or
right.
only come when you're sober.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you can maintain that boundary,
Mm.
And that's a good boundary to keep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think Christmas is a time for that, for thinking about people out there that have just struggled at Christmas, or they're dealing with relatives that haven't learned about this feelings business and the thoughts business, and they haven't got any idea or concept that the other person's going to think differently, want something different to what they want. And there's a lot of people out there that have to deal with people like that.
Well, I was talking to someone ages ago about no one can make you feel like this. And that is true in theory. But if you, I don't know, if you see someone you love hit the bottom, it hurts. So, yes, they're not making you feel it, but you're feeling it because of it. Yeah,
Well, here's
you're
the thing.
feeling
That
Yeah.
person hitting rock bottom wouldn't want you feeling bad. That adds to their guilt and shame, doesn't it? So people having the rock bottom are going to feel worse if they think they've upset you or if you're upset about it, and then that's going to add to their guilt and shame.
And it's difficult because it says you have a choice not to feel that. Yes, you do, but you'd have to be a robot.
Because I get what you mean about you're responsible for your own feelings. So you're making yourself feel whatever you're feeling. This is what I think everybody has got a part to play. So the other person is playing their part, and you might feel something around that, how they're playing their part. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely does. But I'm
Yes.
thinking about if you've got an alcoholic son and they're on the floor and you're the mum and you're or the dad and you're looking at them as if you're completely helpless and it's making you feel powerless or angry or whatever you're feeling. Like you say, one parent might feel really enraged and angry, and another parent might feel really depressed and sad and suicidal over it. I mean, so are we making ourselves is there choice about that? As to how we react and respond to what's happening. It's completely natural. Maybe it's a journey. Maybe everyone feels all those feelings on the same.
In theory, it's a choice, but in reality, it's not, is it? If you see your son on the floor, desperate, it's going to affect you. Whether it's anger or sadness, maybe you can choose which one you feel, but you are going to feel unless you're a robot.
In
Yeah,
that situation, if you do have a son or a person that you love that is absolutely killing themselves with an addiction, I feel like to have a real emotional heart to heart conversation with them, there is help out there. I can help you. Do you want the help? We can like work it out together, really. Yeah.
So that's acknowledging your feelings. Yes, but you can offer help, proper help, rather than rescue all the time.
Yeah.
Offer help, and it's up to them to choose to take it or not. And then it's up to you how you react.
Yeah, then if they don't want the help, there isn't anything to do,
Yeah.
and that's you just put the boundaries in. So
Yeah.
I made myself look like a bit of a saint, and like that I just don't get angry about anything, but I actually can get angry, and I earlier on in back in the summer, I forgot to get my prescription before I went away on holiday. So I got them to give me an emergency prescription and they want me to come back the next day. Next day it was a different staff and the pharmacist was like, "You don't need this prescription. You could just like leave this prescription for 4 days and not take it, or you could get it. You're going to on holiday in the UK. You could get it anywhere. We don't need to give it to you." I was like, oh, hold on a minute. I spent a lot of time yesterday working it out with the other pharmacist. You've come on, and now you're saying, and he's like, he was like, I will give it to you because he probably saw how angry I was. I'm going to give it to you. And I just wouldn't let him speak. I was like, no, I don't even care if you give it to me or not. You can't say that. You can't do this to me. You can't like make me spend an hour yesterday working this whole thing out and then go, you needn't have done that and I'm not giving it like you don't have to have it. And he was trying to say like, but I wouldn't let him talk. And I did think I did think I was like shouting over him. I wouldn't let him talk. I was really, really angry.
Angry. Yeah. So
And
you
I
took
don't know
action
what.
on your angry, and then you were just wasting more of your own time, letting him know that you don't like him wasting your time, but you were wasting your own time. That's what happened, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was wasting my. He was like, no, no, I'm going to give it to you, but I'm just saying. I was like, well,
Why?
don't just
Who asked
say.
you? Who asked you? Why was he saying? There's
Yeah,
no need. It's unnecessary.
yeah, yeah. So, and I did think, oh my God, why did I just fly off the
Overreact,
handle like
massively
that?
overreact. Yeah, exactly. And it's the why, isn't it? Because he was wasting your time. And who does he think he is?
Yeah, it is way, but I think it as well. It's how he said it, he like with the authority, because I don't do well with
Don't react
authority.
well.
So if someone says like you can't do this, that's going to put my back up straight away. So I think it was because he was coming across quite authoritative and like, oh, you don't need this, and like this is. And I was like, I wasted all my time yesterday. Yeah, yeah. But I was just, I did think I got too angry there. I don't know why. But sometimes people can push my buttons and I just go. I think it's the person. I think it's something to do with the person is too controlling or whatever. I don't know.
Well, it was him saying you didn't need to do this. He was telling you what you were to do. It's the telling you business. It's the
Telling
autonomy.
me.
It's the
Yeah.
treading all over your boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can get angry.
Most things don't faze me. I just, whatever. But yeah, bad service. So that Christmas Day thing, I understand your son.
Yeah.
That annoys me. But it would have to be bad like that was for me to complain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, being told what to do. Oh, I hate being told. That
Yeah.
annoys me just thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like it when I see people that I'm with being taken advantage of.
So a
Hmm.
protector, you protect.
I do the rescuing.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if I'd seen you without butter, I would have gone and asked them, what can we do about this
Right.
situation? Is there any way we can solve this? And you wouldn't have liked that because I would have stepped in and taken control of the
Mm.
situation. And if I was with my son and I'd done that, he would be like, please don't, just sit down, don't speak, you don't need to, because he's embarrassed. And there's a whole generation of people out there that'd be embarrassed by you going up and speaking up,
Oh, oh, just even going up and saying,
making a
like,
scene.
it's not on
Yeah,
really.
it's making a scene, complaining. We are
Oh,
in a culture, I think, of non-complainers. Or is that just me? That's just my experience. People I'm surrounded by tell me not to do it.
Oh, do you know, you gave that story, and that is very similar to me, my children. So I'll step in and rescue, and they're like mortified. But yeah, why don't they just calmly say, "Oh, do you know, I'd rather it be like this." Instead, they'll just take it. But then you get the social media, and people are
yeah.
rant and rage, and but won't say anything at the moment. Oh,
I
but
don't know.
yeah,
I don't know what that is all about. I think this is a combination of not wanting to be like a Karen, like a complaining type. They don't want to be seen to be that, even when they're allowed to, and there's something that's gone wrong and they are allowed to mention it, but they feel like they haven't got a right.
yeah.
Exactly.
So
Right. Lovely to see everyone here. If you need to contact any of us, links to all of our websites and contact details are in the description. See you next time. Bye.
goodbye,
See you next
everyone.
time. Bye. Bye
Take
bye.
care.